welcome back to the Fusco Family Kitchen. I'm going to make homemade gnocchis today, but first I have a story. This recipe came from a friend of mine that I went to school with, a schoolmate, and several years ago we were at a class reunion and he brought a container of his mother's homemade gnocchi. I want to tell you, it was the best thing I ever tasted. So years later I contacted him and asked him if I could have the recipe, and he gladly gave it to me. And then recently I had the same contact and I said, do you mind if I put it on YouTube for my family and friends? And he was delighted to have it. He'll probably be watching it. So if you don't mind, we'll get started right now. It's a very simple recipe. We have here 3 1/4 cups of flour. I'm just going to put that in here right now. And with that we have 2 eggs. I have it sitting out for a little bit. I don't know if room temperature will be okay, but that's what we're getting today. Also we have about 3 cups of ricotta cheese. Now some people pronounce it rigot. So either way, I drained it. You can see how much liquid is down here. I drained it. I'm going to dump all this into it. All right, I don't want that. Okay. And I'm going to put do you still have it running? Okay. And about 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. I just grated it this morning. A little bit of salt and pepper. I use white pepper. You can use black pepper if you wish. I'll just throw that in there. And let's put the paddle in here. Okay. Then we're going to start out very slow. Okay. Alright. I'm going to put this out on my board here. It's quite wet. It's a little sticky, but all I have to do is add a little flour, which I have right here. And put it out here on the board. Okay. Now a lot of people might use mashed potatoes, and sometimes they use potatoes and spinach and so forth. And you can find a lot of recipes, hundreds of recipes on the internet. And I have tried the ones with potato, and I have tried these, and I like these the best. So I'm going to use a little bit of flour here. And get this kneaded just a little bit. So it's still quite sticky. I don't want it to stick to the knife when I cut it. I think I'm going to need more of this. And my assistant maybe can get me some more flour over there in case I need some more. Here, just put it over there and dish it out, okay? It only takes a few minutes to get this nicely kneaded. There we go. It's getting there. Okay. I'm going to let this rest a little bit. And while this is resting, I'm going to warm up my sauce and get my water boiling. And then we'll come back and we'll get these sliced. And I'll show you how to use the gnocchi board or fork. It's your choice. And we'll have dinner tonight. Okay, here we go. The dough has rested enough. I have the water boiling and the sauce warming. And this is what I'm going to do next. I'm just going to cut off portions, just like so. And I'll put it over here. And I want to mention that the name of the fellow that gave me this recipe of his mother's is Joe Nana, so I want to thank him very much for today. And I hope I do you justice. So I'm going to roll this out. Let's move these a little bit. Need some room. And I'm going to roll this out into a long log like this. Okay, we want to get it about 1/2 inch if we can. And as you can see, it's a little time consuming. It's always a labor of love, of course. When you do anything like this, it takes extra time. All right. That's probably good enough. Okay. All right, I'm just going to cut it about 1/2 inch pieces. All right. Okay, let's get this it's a little fat in the middle. So roll some more. So you see, I have a lot to do here, but it will feed a nice family of 4 to 6. Okay. Why don't I just get started here? If my assistant can go get me a tray, I'll put them on the tray. We'll get them started at least. Make some room here. Good. This is a gnocchi board, and you can do fork if you want. If you feel more comfortable doing the fork, I do it like this. You can see it gets little ridges on it, and then just put it over there. Little ridges over there. All right, now I'll use the gnocchi board. I kind of like this one better because I can do it like that. I put it on lengthwise, and I just give it a whip it down the board. See how much faster it goes? Let's do that one again. I like to keep them a little bit more the same size if possible, because they're all going to cook in the pot. But this looks like it's going to be about right. That's a little bit too small. We'll just not do that one. Okay, it's kind of fun. I'll let you do it, Henry, later, okay? All right, let's do this one, and we'll do this one, this one. Ready to go into the boiling pot. We have 2 whole trays made, and let's walk over to the stove. And they only take a couple of minutes. Once they hit the bottom, and they'll come back up about 2 minutes to cook, and they'll be ready to eat. So we're just going to cook. We're going to cook all that I made, and have several people over for dinner here. So. Now we'll get those. I don't want to get too many in there. They'll stick together. So when they come to the top, we'll let them cook for 2 minutes, and then we'll take them out and drain them, and then we'll keep them in a warm bowl. Okay. Got another batch going here. So you can see I didn't cook them all in there. They'll be just too much. They'll all stick together. You need some growing room. I'm just going to put these in a bowl over here and put a little sauce on them, keep them warm. So I have my sauce ready. I just have to get a serving spoon. Look at that. Hello. Okay. And here we go. This is Joe Nana's style homemade gnocchi. Thank you, Joe. Hope I did it justice. Well, I hope you make this recipe and enjoy it. Please subscribe. There's a little subscribe button on the site, and I would appreciate it. And thank you very much. Manja.